Good morning. Welcome back to Living in the Tennessee Bottoms. This morning we're on a venture trying to get ahead of the rain. Beautiful day though. It's Friday, Memorial Day weekend. And that's one thing we need to remember this weekend for sure, is some give some give all, you know. And my hat goes off to all them good men out there. You know, I served, but I didn't have to give all. So, I mean, we have a lot of families between all the wars we've had. It goes on from, you know, we still got some Korean War veterans still alive, a few World War II veterans still alive. We got Vietnam, we got, I don't want to leave nobody out, you know, we got Afghanistan, we got, you know, the Cuban crisis. No, what was it? I can't think of the crisis was, everything. I'm gonna get rambling here in a minute. But you know, can't forget Iraq, how many tours was done over there. So we had a lot of small excursions that people lost their lives, and I don't want to leave anybody out ever, you know. So today my goal is, after about 2 months of fighting the floods and everything else, I am going to get the flag back up there. You can see behind me here, Old Glory is not up there, and that is not like me and Miss Libby at all. So I'm gonna pan you around here also. Before I get off on a sidetrack here, I sincerely, from the depth of my heart, take my hat off and I salute all the veterans today that served in combat and made it back and still are walking a terrible nightmare. So our hats go off to y'all today too, okay? So I'm gonna pan you around here and I'm gonna show you. If you remember, I've done a couple of videos on these crepe myrtles here, and they were black. And I got one over here still kind of black. But see how much green foliage I got? Last year I didn't have that. And if you look here, you can see where the black is trying to peel off. I got to spray it one more time. I'm going to show you the fungicide I used. The flood helped us out a lot. Miss Libby told me not to show my shadow, but I can't help it. The flood was around the tree. The flood was up to right along here. I mean, it was deep out here. So I took advantage of the flood, and when it went down, I saturated the ground with the fungicide. I sprayed the trees twice, I believe. I'm fixing to spray them again. But look at the foliage on this puppy. This time last year, they were dying completely, all the way down here. But you can even see on these right here, if you look up in here, you can see where the black stuff's starting to just break off. I believe the good Lord has truly blessed us. I want to give you a tour of the garden this morning. Miss Libby is out in the hen house gathering eggs right now. So, I guess you can see out there, right over here is where our pumpkins is going to be. Then we've got squash is going to be over. I'm going to try to give you a panorama. We got tomatoes way over yonder. We got watermelons and dew melons over there. We've got ambrosia corn coming up there, about 4 or 5 inches tall. We got ambrosia corn coming up right here, about 1 inch tall. We planted them last Saturday. We're getting ready to plant 5 rows of peaches and cream here, and in another week we'll plant 5 rows of peaches and cream over there. So therefore it'll give us like 4-week cycle of the corn coming in, because this year we're gonna eat it ourselves, bless a few people, and then we're gonna try to set up a little roadside stand and sell a little bit. Me and Miss Libby starting a new adventure. There is our straight neck and our crook neck squash. Here's where we planted our okra by seed. I only seen one plant down there. It's like it's coming up. But over here, planted another row okra right there. This is our cucumbers, and we got a few cucumbers coming up down there by seed we planted. Today we're going to get the rest of our tomatoes up. I mean, the strawberries. And I showed you, I got a little video clip on our Killides that was right here. She's up and gone, and all the little babies are running around. And then we have our turn row right here. And over here is our purple hull peas. And over there is, right over there is our sweet potato plants. It's going to be next to our corn over there. And then right here is wild okra. Ain't wild okra, it's okra that we had from last year. All this right here is all okra plants coming up from last year. So since our okra is not coming up over there real good, well, I'm telling Miss Libby is going to be digging this up, and we're going to transplant way over there in the okra rows. Same way over here. We've had bell pepper. We planted 2 rows of bell pepper right here. There's a row, there's a row, and there's a row of hot pepper right there. And the seed, we've heard all our YouTube friends talking about planting pepper seeds. They take such a long time to come up that I went and bought 12 bell pepper plants. We've got, I think, 12 yellow bell pepper plants over yonder in that corner. So we're going to go ahead and plant our bell pepper plants today, and I'm probably going to go buy some more plants. And here it is, almost the first week of June coming up, and we don't have time to be waiting on these seed. And here are our tomato plants, our celebrities, our better boys, and I can't remember, Jetstar I do believe we got. And we do have a couple of I've got Parks Whopper and something else down at the far end. And right here is our green beans, or pole beans. I'm fixing to run some wire down through here today and get these puppies ready to run. We also got to do something about our bug problem. We got some bugs going on. Let me turn you around here. And over here is our watermelon. You can see them puppies coming up right there. These are what call it? Congo giant watermelons. Then we got dew melons over on the other side over there. And I got a gap right here. This gap right here, it's like 6 foot. We're gonna let the watermelon run this way. And we got a gap over there between our dew melons and the watermelons, and we're gonna let the dew melons run the other way. But to give you a panoramic view from the shade over here, you can see that the garden is coming along quite well. I am very well pleased. The only thing I am not pleased with is the seed not coming up the way we would hope. But you remember, we have fought 2 backwaters this year. And I need to probably go see what Miss Libby's doing over here. We have fought 2 backwaters this year, back to back. We dug up our early garden. I think in March we dug up our cabbage, our broccoli, our cauliflower, our onions, our garlic, our English peas. It was quite a bit, and we moved it to the house. Most of it survived and done quite well. The cabbage is still producing right now, you know. And the chickens here, I'm still trying to work on chicken pens. We're still picking up. Miss Libby's still picking up. I think yesterday was the first day I actually got to mow most of the property and everything. But let's go in here and see what Miss Libby's doing. We're still trying to straighten out the barn. We're still trying to straighten out here around the barn, behind the shed, behind our units. But we love it down here. We ain't gonna let a little backwater set us off. Miss Libby, how many eggs you get this morning?
Well, we got 15.
How many?
15.
15.
And 12 on the older ones.
I think that's 2 days. It might have been 3 days, I don't know. The older girls are kind of slacking off. It's different between night and day with them.
I gotta run to the house and get something.
You gotta run to the house. So Miss Libby's gonna run to the house. Well, she runs to the house. We're gonna go ahead and finish walking around. We're gonna get in the garden this morning. So, y'all stay with us for a little while. We'll be back. The tiller I told you about last year, we bought it last year, and we paid $250 for it. And I was telling you about always best just to pick up a tiller instead of trying to spend $1,000 for a new one. Well, what happened was the first flood came out and got us. It sit in the barn. The flood got me before I could get the tiller out of the barn. It sat underwater for about 2 weeks. I got it out, I drained it, flushed it, put new oil in it 2 or 3 times. Well, by that time, apparently the water done got up into the bearings and the main housing on the gearbox. And I wasn't quite aware of that. So it looks like the gearbox is wearing out on me. But it's probably gonna cost more. I went to one of my friends who runs a shop, Paul Small Engine, good man. I went and talked to him about it, and I knew what he was gonna tell me already. Barry's just as cheap, I'll probably go buy another one. So I am right now in the progress of looking to buy another one to finish out the season. And I'm seeing quite a few online, but that was just part of it. There's always a little hiccup somewhere. I see Miss Libby's getting ready to come back down here. So I am going to go back to tilling, and we'll be back just in a little bit. So y'all still hang with us. All right, I showed you these last week, she had 4 eggs. Now she's had one just hatched out. Both of them been out here this morning just having a fit running around. But that one right there, by the end of the day, he'll be on his feet running around. They are amazing. I've been waiting for them to hatch out so we can get all this picked up and tilled up. Mama's see how she's over there acting like she's hurt? She's trying to draw me away from the nest. This ain't that super cool. Even the animals have got that mama instinct, you know what I mean? Gotta love it. Well, good morning. It's Saturday morning. Yesterday we started a little video. It was Friday. And we was talking about what we was going to be doing out here in the garden. I kind of give you a look about what was going on. Let me show you what a one-day difference can make here. Let me turn you around. Me and Miss Libby got out here yesterday. You can see right now, that's our Kentucky Wonders. I got to string them. There's all our tomatoes. It's amazing when it rains like this, how much better you can see everything. Right here, we've got a row of bell peppers that we went ahead and bought some, because right here we got 2 rows that we planted by seed. Like I said yesterday, they're not really doing much. And we got a row of different types of hot pepper here. But peppers seed plants, when they come up, they're so little you can't hardly tell what they are. And I've learned that from other YouTubers and stuff. But anyway, right here is our jalapenos that Miss Libby makes a fabulous she makes jalapeno jelly or some type of something out of it, but she has a broth, and the broth is better than the jelly, I think. We take it and squirt it on sandwiches and everything, but she'll probably gonna be showing you all that video coming up here this summer. Right here is where our strawberries was yesterday. I showed you how it growed up. We dug half of them up, took them to the house during the flood. We had enough to plant a whole row yesterday. And then Miss Libby, I showed you the wild okra coming up yesterday. But Miss Libby dug it all up, and from here all the way down is okra that she dug up and planted on 2 rows. Because we planted seed here, but we was burning daylight. It's the end of May. June is going to be next week, and we need plants in the ground. So the seeds come up, they come up. And then right there we showed you was our straight neck and our hook neck, the long neck squash. They look good. Over here, it wasn't even done yesterday. I had tilled it up, but you can see what we got going on here. All them little sticks right there you see, all them little hills, that is all pumpkins. Well, I think we've got 36 hills of pumpkins. I think it's 9 hills to a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we got 45. We got 5 rows here. Gonna walk you on around over here. Then over here, we went ahead and planted our next 5 rows of corn. I told you how we were doing it. We got all our corn 1 week apart, okay? So right here is our next 5 rows. I'm gonna walk you on down here. This here's gonna be peaches and cream corn. The only thing I'm just a little bit concerned about is I think I've got them far enough apart so when they start pollinating, one will be done pollinating when the next one starts. Because right here we have 5 rows of ambrosia corn. Right there. They were planted last Saturday. And you can see going down through there, the good Lord's blessings, they are popping up. And now I can move my strings from here. You can see the strings I put down. They play an important role, because when I had to till this up the other day, it's hard to tell what was what. And then right here, that blank spot right there, that's going to be our next 5 rows. And that's right there, this time next week, those right there we just planted, they'll be up. Then we'll plant that spot. That gives us 4 continuous weeks of corn coming in. And then right over there is our sweet potatoes. And right here is our purple hull peas. And pan you over here. You can see how much our corn has grown from yesterday. This is the corn we planted, I think, 2 weeks ago. Maybe more like probably 2.5 weeks ago. I say 2.5 weeks for sure. But you can see she's jumped up there. I needed to fertilize, but I didn't get a chance. Then here, Miss Libby's got over here. We was working around and around in the garden yesterday. I'd get one spot ready, and she'd go do that, and I'd go to another. Right here we have, I believe, she planted another row of sugar babies over there. Let's see, right here. Right here, she planted another row of sugar babies. Then she got 2 rows of flowers, sunflowers and some more stuff, because over here we planted dew melon, and we wanted to keep them separated from each other. Excuse me. Because right here we got a little gap, because right here we got dew melon on this side coming up with those little orange sticks right there. You can see the little orange sticks. You can see the little melons coming up. Right here are Congo Giant watermelons coming up. And I found out from last year that when they start coming up, leave them alone. I tried to move some last year. Guess what I did? I think I killed every one of them. You know, it's kind of muddy down through. I just wanted to walk and see. These right here, this was some wet seed we had left from last year that I went ahead and said, let's just try it. And we've got 3 hills coming up right there. And I'm thinking there was another one down here. I think I'm gonna buy another pack of seed. There's one down yonder coming up. I think that's one down there coming up. But it looks like out of 1, 2, 3, we got about 5 hills that did not come up. Now those over there are new seed. You can see right over there. They're coming up. You know. This is a different shot over here of our green beans and stuff. So we are really pleased the way things going along. Let me back up here, pan you around. You can see how she's all laid out there. We got the air spraying. She's been on guard duty all night. She's ready for me to feed her so she can go get a nap. Those dogs are just amazing how God built them. They will guard your house and property all night long, keep the critters away, and then they'll go take a nap and sleep all day. Don't you, girl? But on that note there, I'm gonna turn you back. Hey, just beautiful out here this morning before I get off here. Living in the Tennessee bottoms. Like I said, we may fight a few floods, a few other things and everything, but I tell you, we love it down here, you know. So Saturday morning, today is me and Miss Libby's date day, as we call it. We take time and go out on Saturdays and get a little lunch, get a little something to eat, get a break away from the work and the monotony of the life, and just kind of chill out and get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. You know, me and Miss Libby do youth ministry and children's ministry. So we've been in there this morning for a few hours getting prepared. We get prepared all week, you know. But we're looking forward to tomorrow, what God's going to give us to teach and all that good stuff. And we hope y'all have a good weekend. We're going to get off here. And we appreciate you tuning in and watching and being patient with us as we grow. You know, we've been on YouTube now for, I think, just a little bit over a year. We have learned a lot. Got a lot more to learn. But we appreciate that. Like I said, me and Miss Libby, we can do about anything. One thing we can't do is grow this channel without you. We need your help. We need your support. So do us a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. And y'all have a blessed day and be safe this weekend. And remember our soldiers, okay?